All right, so day 2 on the Road Glide 2024, right? Yes. CVO ST 121, no more. We got the TMAN 135 kit going in. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
So what did you do so far? Part 2.
So far, we well, from the end of part 1, we did get the
the
cam cover back on.
Right.
You know, we shimmed out the gear, got the cam cover back on, so that's all back together.
Right. So let's go back on this side. Cam's all ready to go.
So we got the pistons installed, 135 pistons installed, and now I'm installing the support rail on these pistons. Not all pistons have this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you look at the stock Harley piston.
Let me come on that side.
So it's all about wrist pin placement
I see
and everything.
What you're talking about, right?
So
right.
you have a very thin piece of metal there. Now you still have a seal. So if you look at these, the wrist pin location,
it goes through.
It goes through it.
Right.
So
right there.
So you install a support rail. In there that come with the pistons.
Right.
It's a little bit of an overlap. It's pretty it's pretty solid, pretty thick.
Right.
So the support rail goes in and creates that solid surface there for the rings to go on.
Right. So now basically you're going to be putting all the rings in?
Yeah,
right?
so I'm going to put the support rail in the front. We're going to load the rings up on here. I'm going to clean the base down here. We're going to choose one of the base gaskets they gave us.
Right.
Get the thing down, and we're going to start measuring our deck height.
Get the cylinders on, right?
Yeah, we're going to see which base gasket we're going to choose, to use on this one.
Cool. All right. All right, so Mike just installed all of the rings, but for now, I actually have the cylinders over here in the sink because they got to be clean. So I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of soapy water and then rinse them down. And we're gonna clean them up. Obviously, we're gonna put some lubrication on them before we put them onto the pistons. Cylinders are clean for you. What do you want to do?
Okay, we're going to put the base gasket, put it on, drop the cylinder on, and then we'll check the deck height.
Okay.
Gotta be very careful because these these gaskets are fiber gaskets and they need to be installed dry, no oil on them.
Gotcha.
So when we get the cylinder slid down, we just got to be careful we don't get oil on the gaskets.
No contamination, right? Want to get the back?
Yeah, just got to go around the top and bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna also lube the tool and the cylinder anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
just the top one you want?
Well, it's not just the yeah.
No, I'm saying you just want the.
I just want it kind of draped around the top.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
There's going to be lube inside the tool. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're going to have to be careful with this.
I'll hold on to that.
So if you want to just move the piston.
1 second.
We're going to play operation here. All right.
Got it.
Okay.
Now, how do you differentiate, Mike, which one's which?
So,
Or are they the same?
no.
No. Okay.
Rear, front.
Oh, okay.
They're not all marked that way though.
Gotcha.
But with the Gen 2s,
Right.
the easy way to identify is how these are shaved, because if you remember, the Gen 2 has a throttle body that's 45. Mm-hmm. So that's what this clearance is for.
Gotcha. So that comes towards where the air cleaner housing is, right? Towards this side.
The push rod tubes go in here.
And this one, or this faces front, this faces back, right?
Yeah.
Rear, front. Okay,
And
cool.
the cutout for the exhaust is always here.
Gotcha, yep,
and on the front pipe, it's always on the corner.
Gotcha.
They
right,
have-
because there's no cutouts here
They have
whatsoever.
part numbers and CDO. So,
Yeah.
but when they got cleaned and stuff, that got worn off.
Shaved down. Gotcha, gotcha. All right.
We're gonna lube these up real good.
There you go. All right, so that's going on, right?
Yep. So just gotta check, make sure. We may have to bring the piston down a little bit. Okay.
Okay. You're on there.
Wait. 1 second. Okay, that's good.
Like a glove.
Yep, there's one.
Sweet. All right, we're going to take a quick lunch break, and we'll be back. You're going to do the deck height?
Yep. That'll be next.
Got to have a sandwich. All right, back from lunch. Little firehouse action, huh? So do you have to, you basically got to torque it down with those things, or no?
Yeah, so TMAN recommends 25 foot-pounds to do the test.
So it's like not a total crush down, but, right? Yeah.
They just want to make sure that the cylinders are down and secure.
Gotcha. Who makes these tools?
That's Jim's.
All right, so you got this all set up, Mike?
Yep, so we're all set up here.
So what are you checking?
So we measured our deck height, right? So our deck height, and then I set our gauge here to 0.
Right.
So if we bring the piston slightly down in the hole, okay, and it brings us up as the piston's coming up. Our deck height is here, and we are just about 1/1000
above
out of the hole.
deck of the cylinder, right?
Right. So now we measured the other side because there is something called piston rock.
Right.
Okay. So we measured the other side. We were 4/1000 out of the hole. TMAN wants you to be, anywhere two. They want you in the hole.
Right.
2 to 3. Because of what we saw here, we gave TMAN a call, and they let us know that we take the 4/1000, we add the 1/1000 to it, we divide it in half, gives us about 2.5 out of the hole, and they gave us the green light to move forward.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other option would have been to get a .039 gasket, which would have put us almost 5/1000 in the hole.
Because that would have raised the cylinder up.
That would have raised the cylinder up with the taller base gasket.
Right.
Because we're still average of 2.5 out of the hole, that's why I called them, and they gave us the green light to move forward.
Good. Sounds good. So also, because I seen you also, what they said or what they want you to do is check it at 2 spots, or
right. Yeah. 2 spots. So because of piston rock.
Yeah. Right.
Because when the piston's moving up and down the cylinder, it will equalize itself out, but it could be leaning to one direction or another right now.
Right, because pressure's always equal.
Right, and so obviously it is leaning because the other side is 4/1000 out and this is 1/1000.
Right, exactly. Okay,
All right, so you split that difference, and that's where we're at.
All right, so you're going to take this off, and now we can work on the other side?
Yep, now we'll work on the front.
Cool. So you got to do the same thing with the forward cylinder as well, right?
Yeah, I'm hopefully they're equal. That's gonna be my hope on this, but we shall see. Okay,
gotta come down a little bit. Good. Why?
This stuff is so sharp.
Is it?
Getting down here like this. I hope you just gotta be really careful. It's like you can cut your hand very easily. One second.
Nice. All right, so how did this cylinder fare out?
This is actually a little bit better than the other one. So
Gotcha.
we still were 4 out of the hole on the one side. We're now, this one is 1 out of the hole on this side.
Right.
Split the difference, 2.
Right.
So this was 2.5. This one was 2. So we're going to go with the 031 gaskets on it.
Gotcha. Okay. Next step, Mike?
Next step,
Heads?
we're going to get the heads on. And
Torque them down?
Torque them down. They have a little bit different procedure that we're going to follow.
Okay.
And then...
is it the same procedure from Harley, or is it a TMAN procedure?
It's a TMAN procedure.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And the way he explains it was he calculated what the torque was at the 90-degree turn, and that's the way that they want it done. And they said they never had a problem with it if you check his videos. So we're going to do it as per the video that TMAN has on YouTube.
Cool. So we're actually going to end this video today. I'll tell you why. What did you just tell me, Mike, that you have to do to these heads?
What we're going to do is I got to clean up the gasket surfaces on here.
Right. But these heads were from TMAN, right?
Yeah,
New
they don't
springs.
clean the upper gasket surface. They just do the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the automatic compression releases back in. One of them has a temperature sensor. And then there is a kind of a little bit of a different procedure that TMAN recommends when putting the stuff together.
Right.
So what they do is they take one of their head bolts, and we're going to put each head bolt in a drill, and we're going to kind of get this burr off the edge here. And after that, we're going to use some ARP lube throw the ARP lube down on here, and kind of put this in here and spin it with our drill and lap it in a little bit, which will put a nice coating of ARP lube on here too. So
they want like a smooth surface when you torque them down.
Yeah,
right?
so it'll be nice and smooth when it's torqued down, because you can feel this. It's actually it's actually a little rough.
It's grooved, right?
Yeah,
right,
so
right. Gotcha.
Doing that will ensure that it's nice and smooth when it goes in. So some more prep work to do.
Interesting. All right, good. So that's it on this video. Part 2 will be in a couple days because it is Friday today, and we'll bring you the next video. So the next video, what Mike, heads, what else you think?
So we'll do that. We'll put the heads on.
Right.
And then we'll build up the lower rocker covers. You know, I'll try to get the heads all sealed up completely.
Gotcha.
We've got some coolant lines to put on.
Right.
You know, things like that.
Cool. As far as break-in procedure, I could have swore he said what did they want as far as break-in procedure,
So
TMAN?
they don't break anything in on the dyno. They break everything in on the road. He said if I am going to break it in on the dyno, that he just wants me to, after they want 8 to 10 heat cycles first. And then if I want to break it in on the dyno, I kind of have to just ride the bike like I would normally ride it on the road. And they want 25 miles done without hitting 300 degrees, and then they want another 25 miles done.
Gotcha. All right.
So I
We
mean,
do have some little warm weather, so who knows? Maybe next
you
week.
know what though? I can, if I'm just gonna ride it,
Right.
and we're running the impact on here, I'm gonna count those as auto tune sessions, and at least I'll hit that rideability area on the impact, and then when I do the other sections, you know, that'll be after the break-in miles are on.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Till the next one. Peace out. Part 3 coming up in a couple days.